battle, and Juliet, while the Tiger bats heated up finally,
yes,
we're cooling down tonight.
That's okay.
Here in West Michigan. Yeah, a typical frosty night ahead of us for this point of October. Many of us are going to fall well into the 30s, and I would not be surprised a select few even fall into the 20s by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. 13 weather ball is still solid green, no change foreseen in our temperatures tomorrow in the afternoon compared to this afternoon, right back near 60 degrees. And we'll have dry skies continue through tomorrow as well. 13 weather ball brought to you by LaFontaine Lincoln of Grand Rapids. High temperatures today, upper 50s to the lower 60s. Yeah, Big Rapids, Ionia, Battle Creek, you didn't crack 60 degrees today. On average, we should be sitting at 64 here on the 8th of October, so a few degrees below average here in Grand Rapids. And in fact, this is our first below average day for our high temperature in about 2 weeks, all the way back to about the 24th, 25th of September. Each and every day since, we've been in above average for our daytime high, and we were well above average this past weekend with those 80s. But today, there it is, that 60-degree high temperature, our first day in nearly 2 weeks, a bit below average. High pressure in control, that's funneling in this cooler air mass, the clockwise flow around high pressure. You can see how it goes. Yeah, drawing in that northerly flow, and that's continuing this cooler air mass here on this Wednesday. But high pressure will do two things. It'll keep our sky clear tonight, and it'll also cause our wind to go calm. And that combination, clear sky, calm wind, we call that radiational cooling. What that means for you at home is that temperatures are going to be chilly by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. The numbers here in the greater Grand Rapids area falling into the middle 30s. For our coldest spots, though, likely near, if not even a bit below the freezing mark. So we have a freeze warning in play for the counties shaded in purple. These are the places that will near that 32-degree threshold and possibly even a bit cooler, chillier than that. For those shaded in blue, that's a frost advisory. So Muskegon, Kent County southward, temperatures here will likely stay a few degrees above 32 degrees. Yes, there'll be some patchy frost here and there, but not expecting a hard freeze, unlike for those that are under this freeze warning in the late night hours of tonight. And you can see a better look city by city as you start making your way north and east of that Muskegon Grand Rapids line, Ionia northward towards Big Rapids. That's where the numbers start to approach the freezing mark. And for those near Big Rapids to US 10, Baldwin and Reed City, you'll likely fall into the 20s tonight. Notice the immediate lakeshore, a touch warmer. That's always the case here in fall with those warmer waters of Lake Michigan acting as a buffer. And then tomorrow we'll climb back into the lower 60s, not anticipating widespread frost or a hard freeze tomorrow night as our wind starts to pick up out of the south. A lot of sunshine today. Despite it being cooler outside, it's still enjoyable with the fair amount of sunshine start to finish. We'll do this all over again tomorrow. So a typical fall day tomorrow. Jacket will be needed in the morning, and then you can ditch the jacket by afternoon with temperatures back in the 60s. Our next weather maker comes late in the day on Friday and now looks to somewhat linger into the weekend. So here it is. We have a low pressure system, a cold front coming in from the west late in the day Thursday and especially on Friday. Here's Friday morning. See how that front is on our doorstep. We're still dry a bulk of Friday, but by the end of the day, that's when we'll deal with a few here and there showers. But notice what happens. This system stalls out. It doesn't peel out of here quickly on Saturday. Now, our change in the forecast is that Saturday we might have to contend with a shower or two. At the very least, looks cloudier to kick off the weekend and a touch cooler. That's why we've lowered Saturday's number now back down to the lower 60s. Once that system does peel out of here by the end of the weekend, we warm up into the upper 60s to lower 70s, which is above average for the middle of October, at least getting into that second full week of October. And you can see here for the middle of the month, the Climate Prediction Center still favoring above average temperatures across much of the country, including us in West Michigan. It just looks like we'll be more in the 60s and a few days in the 70s over the next 7 to 10 days. As for the lakeshore tonight, falling into the middle 30s. There will be some patchy frost for our lakeshore counties, but primarily away from the lakeshore. Once you get well away from the lakeshore, such as our northern communities here, upper 20s are expected. A hard freeze is likely going to happen tonight. The growing season will end in many spots. And then from Grand Rapids to the south, middle 30s. But as you start moving your way eastward of Grand Rapids, Ionia, Battle Creek, for example, that's where we approach that freezing mark once again tonight. 13 on your side, 7-day forecast. We are quiet tomorrow. Chance of rain Friday, maybe in the Saturday. And then Juliet, we warm up again. No 80s, but at least upper 60s to lower 70s. Very easygoing weather Sunday into most of next week.
Thank you, Blake.